When Microsoft committed to the Mac, it helped a lot of the other developers get over whatever historical baggage and hurdles that they had and recommit to the Mac, and it's been fantastic. And so, in talking about applications, I want to kick this off for a few minutes by introducing Ben Waldman, who's the General Manager of the Macintosh Business Unit at Microsoft. This is the second largest Mac developer outside of Apple. Ben?
I have to tell you, it's really exciting to be able to come to Macworld and be from Microsoft and actually get some applause. But I guess maybe that's what happens when you finally learn how to write some good Macintosh software. It was about a year ago at Macworld in Boston where Steve Jobs first announced a new partnership between Apple and Microsoft. And people were stunned. Actually, more than that, a lot of people booed. And to tell you the truth, I think if I had been using Word 6 as long as some of those people, I would have booed too. But the thing is, we really meant it. And so for the past year, Apple and Microsoft have been working very closely together to bring out products like Microsoft Office 98 and Microsoft Internet Explorer 4.0, products that are not ports of Windows applications, but products built for the Macintosh from the ground up, based on feedback from our Macintosh customers, and this is my favorite part, products which have many innovations available first on the Macintosh and only in the Macintosh versions of our software. Steve first showed me the iMac sometime last year when I was visiting Apple on a trip down there. And when I looked at the machine, I thought about it, and actually the first thing I thought was, boy, these guys really are thinking different. and actually, seriously, I looked at the machine and I thought, what a great consumer platform. What a great machine for any user in the home or in education. And we knew that as Apple's partner, it was our job, our responsibility, to create some really innovative software to go along with this great new hardware from Apple. And so with Office 98, we made sure not to create some high-end product with some obscure features that only a small percentage of our users, would ever use. We spent over 80% of our effort working on features that every single user would use every single day to make Office 98 indispensable to all Macintosh users. Whether they're using a G3 desktop, one of the fabulous new G3 portables, or of course the new iMac. And in fact, we thought that iMac and Office are such a great combination that today, Apple and Microsoft are announcing that every customer who buys an iMac and then buys a copy of Office 98 will be eligible to receive $100 back from Microsoft. Or for our education customers, actually, a free copy of Microsoft Encarta or Microsoft Bookshelf. Great, love those products too. And actually, this is another first for us. This promotion is actually first on the Macintosh and only on the Macintosh from Microsoft. Of course, the I in iMac stands for Internet. So Apple and Microsoft are also very happy to announce today that the iMac will be the first Macintosh to ship with a brand new Internet Explorer 4.01, a product which is actually 30% faster than the last version of Internet Explorer, and also a product full of features available first and available only in the Macintosh version of Internet Explorer. To tell you the truth, being the I in iMac is really a big honor for us. But more than that, it's also a big responsibility. And it's one that we take very, very seriously. When we look at what's been going on with browsers in the past few years, we've seen so many people talk about this technology or that technology. Does the browser support this acronym or that acronym? And one thing we never really heard much about was users, was about customers. And at Microsoft, we think that with Internet Explorer, the most important thing we can do is understand what sort of tasks people are trying to accomplish on the Internet, and what sort of problems they have accomplishing those tasks, and to create products which help the users solve their real problems, more than just have some technology bullet points on some list. And that's exactly what our design goals have been with Internet Explorer 4.0. And I thought I'd want to show you some of those features today. We found that a lot of people spend a lot of time just typing in URLs in the browser, spending time typing things at the keyboard. And we thought, you know, these Macintoshes have a great PowerPC processor in them. They have a G3 processor in them, and maybe we could do a little bit better. So if we go in the browser and we start typing a URL, if we type www.a, we're automatically going to guess that you want to go to Apple's website, because that's the website that you visited most recently that starts with www.a. We thought maybe we could guess and save you some typing time. Sometimes we'll guess wrong. We make mistakes at Microsoft, yeah. And so when we do that, you can actually click on the pop-up menu to the left of the address bar, and we'll actually show you all the websites that you visited which start with www.a. And that's a feature available first and available only in the Macintosh version of Internet Explorer, that pop-up menu. Another area where we thought we could do a lot better was searching on the Internet. So if we bring out the new search bar in Internet Explorer, and let's pick Excite as our search engine, and let's look for some cafes in New York. So we'll type in Cafe New York, and we'll see a bunch of search results come back on the left side in the search pane. And we'll try one. Let's try that. And it turns out it's the wrong page. Now, in other browsers, you might have to go and click the back button right now, and then you'll hit the back button, and it'll reload the page, and you'll try another one, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. So we thought we could do a bit better. So now you can see the search results and the content at the same time in your browser. A radical idea, but we think it makes things a lot easier. And I'll tell you, the day that this feature appeared in the beta of Internet Explorer, I threw out everything else on my machine and haven't used another product since. So let's try looking at another link. And you'll notice that as I hover the mouse over some of the other links, you'll see that it'll actually give me a summary of what's on the page to give me another hint of what I might want to click on. So let's click on this other link, and I see some cyber cafes, and I'll go to alt.coffee. I live in Seattle, so I'm supposed to make coffee jokes, they told me. And again, this is the page where I wanted to go and visit. Another place I could go, of course, would be New York Sidewalk, one of Microsoft's city guides, where we can show you restaurants, events, and places that you can go in a bunch of different cities, Microsoft's New York Sidewalk. I said that we did a bunch of research with our Macintosh customers, and about a year ago we went to the San Francisco airport for a day, and we tracked down every PowerBook user in the airport, and we asked them, what do you wish that you could do with your PowerBook while you're on the plane? And people said to us, well, I really wish I could browse the web. But like I'm ever going to be able to do that. Well, you can. Because in Microsoft Internet Explorer, you go to the File menu, and you pick Save, just like you'd expect in a Macintosh application. And you can save an entire website to your hard disk in just one file, what we call a web archive file. And you can save sounds or images or links, however deep you want to do that. And it actually takes a while, so we're going to cancel that right now. And I actually did this before we started the demo, before we started the show this morning. So let's go and pull the network cable out of the iMac right now to show you that we're not making this up. iMac out. And let's look at New York Sidewalk again while we're not connected to the internet. So let's look at some restaurants. We can look at some restaurants maybe for Internet Explorer. I think we have some restaurants specially selected for Bastille Day. We can look at events that are going on inside of New York or other places that you can go, all without being connected to the internet, because I just went to the File menu and picked Save. And that's actually available first and available only in the Macintosh version of Internet Explorer. Another thing that's really important to Macintosh customers is color fidelity. So that when a designer designs an image and you see it on your screen, you want it to look exactly like what the designer intended it to look like. And of course, that's important to graphics professionals. But more than that, it's also important to every person using their iMac at home. Because as you buy things on the web and do electronic commerce, you kind of want to know what things are going to look like before you buy them. So Apple has some fabulous technology called Color Sync to ensure color fidelity.